First minute goal by Carl Preston set Wimborne on the road to a 3-0 win over Wantage Town at Cuthbury this afternoon. And perhaps the most pleasing part of the display for manager Steve Cuthbury will be the defensive display and the shutout. And an untried defensive formation as well. Steve moved John Blake back from midfield to partner Wayne Crutcher at the back. First time they've played together since distant days at home at Poppies, I believe. And we were able to welcome back Scott Arnold to his customary position at right back. Billy Maybury played at left back. In the midfield we had James Stoker and Patrick Wilson forming the anchor, with Luke Holmes ahead of them, just behind Spearhead Jamie Davidson, with Carl and Sam wide but coming inside when they could. That first goal in the first minute, the ball nodded on by Sam Griffin, through to Carl Preston through the middle, and he calmly slotted it home with the outside of his left foot across the goalkeeper. That shook the visitors, and it took some time for them to mount a couple of attacks, and they could have been 2-0 down on 19 minutes when John Blake headed a Billy Maybury free kick just wide. And in fact, before that, on 4 minutes, John Blake header from a Billy Maybury free kick came off the bar with the keeper beaten. And that was the first of about 4 or 5 John Blake free kicks that threatened the Wantage goal. Wantage came back into the game after that setback, and on 12 minutes they went close with a shot which was deflected by a corner. But really all through the game they played some neat football, playing it from the back, clearly came to play football, but had very little potency up front, it seemed to me, despite having the league's second top goal scorer. On half an hour, a shot by James Stoker was deflected out to Jamie Davidson, whose cross was volleyed in by Carl Preston, very cleverly, but blocked for a corner. And then 2 minutes later, another header by John Blake from a Carl Preston corner went just wide. The second goal for Wimborne came just just as the referee was going to blow for half time. Pass from Scott Arnold into the middle. Jamie Davidson looking suspiciously offside, although Dave's video will no doubt give us the truth. And he calmly slotted the ball past the visiting goalkeeper to make it 2-0. A crucial moment in the game, I think. Clearly the Wantage players, as you'd expect, were upset, and the manager, I can personally testify, was upset at half time as well with the referee. I couldn't see whether it was offside or not. 2-0 at half time for Wimborne then, and first minute of the second half, John Blake again headed just wide from a free kick, from a Billy Maybury free kick. On 53 minutes, a superb ball from Sam Griffin, who I thought was having an excellent game, out to the left wing to Carl Preston, and his cross when it came in was fired wide by Patrick Wilson. Wimborne looking very good going forward and very solid going back. In the second half, it's fair to say that Wantage had most of the possession without ever looking dangerous. I think Jason Harville was called upon only about 3 or 4 times in the whole game to make any saves of note. In 65 minutes, a lovely ball from Jamie Davidson found Luke Holmes, and he made his way across the penalty area, beating players, looking for room for a shot that was eventually crowded out. But a nice passage of play. Free kick on the left for Wantage on 74 minutes looked dangerous, but was clear. John Blake and Wayne Crutcher were between them, mopping up every high ball that went in. It's a long time, I think, since Wimborne have had 2 such good headers of a ball at the back. A very long time indeed, in fact. Jason was called upon with 15 minutes to go, as Wantage stepped up the possession and took more risks at the back. But Jason had made that good save on 75 minutes. 2 minutes later, Carl Preston was set free, got to the byline, and when he cut it back intelligently, there was Jamie Davidson to meet it first time, but the keeper saved his shot. Morgan Turner came on 78 minutes with Carl Preston going off. It only took Morgan 60 seconds to get his first goal for the Magpies. Tremendous scramble on the goal line, 2 shots very well saved by the visiting keeper, and then it broke to Morgan, who slammed the ball past him into the net to make it 3-0. 5 minutes to go, Steve Cuss brought on Declan Randall, and Scott Arnold went off. And just into extra time, Jamie Davidson went off and Paul Roast came on for his goodness knows how many appearances. Overall, a good solid performance by Wimborne. They showed creativity in midfield, took the goals well, and above all, as I've said, solid at the back. For Wantage, they clearly came here to play football. There was no long ball up the park. They played it out from the back. They just seemed to have no firepower up front. And I have to say, some of their language on the field did their club no credit whatsoever. If we really want to get families and more people coming back to non-league football, take it from me, that isn't the way to attract them. My man of the match could be a number of people. I was thinking Sam Griffin at first. Patrick Wilson had a super game. James Stocco, as always, had an excellent game. But I'm going to give it to Scott Arnold, who played for 85 minutes after 8 weeks without 6 or 8 weeks without any football at all, and hardly put a foot wrong. Well done, the skipper today. Next up for the Magpies, we're here Tuesday night, Dorset Senior Cup against Gillingham. Reduced prices for that match. We hope to see you. I'm with Steve Cuss after today's 3-0 win over Wantage at Cuthbury. Steve, I just said to you, perhaps the most pleasing part of the performance was the defence.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't pull any punches beforehand, and I don't need to tell the players this, but we conceded too many goals, and we need to stop them going in. You've lost 30 goal striker up one end of the pitch. You can't be letting in 2-3 goals a game and expect to win. So really pleased today. I thought the back four looked great. Obviously there's a couple of new players back in there. So Blakey playing centre half, which he hasn't done a lot for us, but has done it in his career. Obviously I think a massive plus is having Scott back.
Yeah. Blakey doesn't miss many headers.
No, and that was the thing. It was kind of like my thinking was, when things aren't going quite well, you've got to get back to basics a little bit, and I wanted people that were going to win the ball and head the ball and defend and tackle, and I thought we got a couple of decent blocks in as well, and I thought defending was great right throughout the game.
And no coincidence perhaps that our best defensive display of the season coincided with Scott Arnold coming back.
Yeah, it was great. Scott was really infused to be playing today. It's been a long 6 weeks for him, and I think we've missed him. He's missed playing football, and you could see he brought some real quality. So
did you expect to get 85 minutes?
No, I didn't. He's 6 weeks out without playing. And I was concerned now with the games coming up. He done pick up 1 or 2 little niggle injuries, so I took him off, giving him that little rest at the end. But he was fantastic with his defending and also creating the second goal for us as well, which was perfect timing for us just before half time.
Yes, it was. Got off to the best of starts. Carl took that goal well in the first minute, I thought, and then we were on top for a while. Conceded a few too many free kicks, I thought, in the first half.
Exactly that. We said that at half time. I mean, firstly, the goal was really pleasing because we've worked on a new kind of system. I keep going back to losing Mark, but Mark scored goals for us, and on occasions we could get the ball up to him and he'd score as a goal. We've worked on a slightly different system right throughout the week in training, and you saw Carl in a strange position there, very much central, and he scored his goal. So I was really, really pleased with that. But as you say, that was my message at half time was, if they're going to score, you've got to make them beat us with passing or a good bit of play. The closest they come to scoring was probably 4 or 5 free kicks in the first half, for silly little free kicks that we give away. So we tried to stop that at half time and don't allow them back in. I thought we did that.
Well, let's talk about another new player, Jamie Davidson, straight back into the team. He hasn't played for a few weeks, but he looked just like the old Jamie.
Yeah, again, it was that front four partnership that I call it, with Griffin and Carl and Luke just in behind. But what I really thought Jamie did well today is that I talked about it before the game, was that our balls forward had to be really careful because Jamie's not the biggest and not the best in the air, and we've got to be to his feet. But there will be times when the ball comes up in the air and he's got to do his best, and I thought he'd done really well, backing into the centre half, making it bounce down into areas where we could pick up. And he's talked about Jamie many a times, you and me, some of the ability he's got, and again you can see that with his touches today, holding it up. Just gives the back four a bit of a breather when you can hold it up front a little bit longer.
And he got what probably was the crucial goal, the second goal right in the stroke of half time. Possible offside, maybe Dave's video will tell us, I don't know, but I think it definitely upset Wantage.
Yeah, and I think, to me, I have to be honest, I thought he was offside, but we need a break.
Yes.
We've had a few that have gone against us, and we may have just got a break there. But from that point on, when the linesman done put his flag up, you know, Jamie's composure to finish it was first class, and I'm really pleased he's got his goal.
And I think you're really pleased about Morgan Turner getting his goal as well.
Yeah,
Is that what they call an inspired substitution?
Well, no, I'm not sure about that. But you know, Morgan, you know, I've got a lot of time for Morgan. He's come in, he's really challenging himself to play at this level. And perhaps a little bit frustrated at times with the lack of game time, but you know, he come on today and he understood the system that we wanted to play on. I think it was his first touch there. Yeah. The keeper saved it, and then he got his goal. So I was absolutely delighted for him, and the boys were as well, because he's been a big part of what we've done so far this season as well.
Before we finish, Steve, can you tell us a little bit about the long-term injury? First of all, Cozzy, what's the situation with Cozzy?
Might have keep the camera rolling for a little while here.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Cozzy probably 4 to 6 weeks away. We've got Ryan Johnson, who picked up an injury on his comeback game for the reserves. He'll be 6 to 8 weeks. Jack Lupton may be back December time into some kind of training. We've got Billy Elliott that's got knee ligament damage. He's probably at least 3 weeks away, and of course we're waiting to hear about Mark as well. On top of that, you know, Mark's had a scan on Friday, goes back in, I believe, next week to get the results and the full extent of his injury.
And we'll know then if it's an operation or if it's...
Yeah, we should be a bit clearer about what the procedure is to get him fit and ready to play again, whether it's an operation or whether he doesn't require that.
No more knocks today?
No, we're down to the bare bones now, so fortunately we got through that without any knocks.
Thanks for your time, Stephen.
Well
done.
Thanks.